Choose fighting with security at the high road, ruining your night. Choose antagonising disabled queue jumpers at theme park. Choose gimping around in the gym. Choose keeping it high. Choose punishment bummings. Choose battering 13-year-olds and their dads for chucking golf balls at you. Choose working security at Tea in the Park and robbing the punters. Choose asking a Welsh dwarf for a line. Choose triggering Instagram mums. Choose booting yappy dogs in the ribs. Choose taking an edible and doing the gay Gordons. Choose Leather Podcast.
We are 1 week out from our live show. If you're interested in going, there's still some tickets available. It runs from 2 o'clock to the wee hours, meaning 5 o'clock. There will be giveaways. There will be lots of MMA gear, which will be given away. There will be a chat between myself, Ross, Toll will be presenting, Dylan Tooks on stage.
He's coming along.
And our good friend Oban Elliott is also going to be there. So if you're looking to come along and support the Leathered Live, then link will be in the bio.
Indeed, an Oban, if you want to just go straight in, it looks like.
Has he got a script?
No.
He's pushing for one.
He is pushing for one. I did see
there's
this.
been a few names chucked in now, and Brian Battle has said, let's do it. Which I like Brian Battle.
Mm-hmm.
So, good fight. Winner gets ranked. That's what they saw.
Two guys who can both cut a fucking mean promo as well.
For sure, mate. My favourite one with that battle was the French one. No way was a French guy going to beat me. So, entertainers, both good. So it'll be great to have them on, especially with that going on.
Mm-hmm. And then there's obviously going to be a Q&A where the fans get to ask questions.
I was going to say in the background, but that's probably the foreground. I don't know. But and possible fight news, Paul, for yourself.
Well, the fight
people are speculating.
It's out. He's put it on his page. Oh. Did you see this? No. I clicked on his name, and I think his name's like, because I thought his name was Rudolph. It's like Hudolph. Farkan. So he's called the truck, is he? Or called something like that?
Let's see.
The truck.
He says he's signed.
Aye, I've signed.
Ah, well.
Rudolph Balato.
Tractor.
So tractor?
The tractor.
The tractor.
As a man who speaks basically no Portuguese, but is trying.
Aye, tractor. You nailed it.
The tractor.
That's not the most intimidating nickname, is it?
He's good at.
Don't know.
Right.
Farming.
So it's so it's out. It's out. Seeing people get this, there's nothing you can do about it. So, yep, we are fighting May the 17th in Las Vegas against
the tractor.
Rodolph Hector Halato.
Excellent.
Good Portuguese.
Perfect.
Apex card at the weekend, where we'll be fighting.
Aye, I forgot that too.
Mm-hmm.
Apex. So, poor old Roman is taking some. Sorry, not Roman. Marvin is taking some shit.
So I seen he is only 31.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's the oldest looking 31-year-old I've ever seen.
Can you just confirm that? Is he 31, Craig?
No chance. Guy's done MMA for about 50 years.
31?
Wow.
Like, he does look like the pale orc, doesn't he?
Aye.
He's fucking ugly. Like, I don't need this shit. I don't need some of his madness coming at me.
Aye.
But he's fucking ugly.
And he's getting into it with people on social media about the performance as well.
I don't think he had a terrible performance.
No, I thought you were going to say that Herb Dean was the one getting shit.
Why was Herb Dean getting shit?
The eye pokes.
Like constant fouls for the lead and
so I feel like we've spoken
about this. Has this been 3 weeks in the trot we've done eye pokes?
Aye, pretty much.
More. Even warns him, the eye pokes have got to stop. Takes him over to the side. He does it again, no foul.
Would it have changed the fight?
I don't think so. I think it was 4-1.
Aye, all the scorecards were 49-46. But
watching it, it just looked like Roman was just edging it, and then the last 2 rounds, man, he just was like in a different realm. Aye. Spinning back elbow was sweet.
Loads of them, too. Did you see him keep trying to? Mm-hmm. Good, flashy performance, done good. I did feel like the fight wasn't, like you say, I felt the fight was reasonably close, but it was clear who won. Does that make sense? However,
listen, I was exactly the same. Watching it, I'm like, he's definitely won, but it was competitive. Aye,
it wasn't like he just wasn't there. Like Marvin was still good, but he seems to, people are just like, oh, is it? I think MMA Guru went in on him, and then a lot of clips get made by MMA Guru. And it's this Marvin's not evolved at all. He's the same fighter he's always been. He's been off for ages with that shoulder injury. And he's come back and he's just the same as he always was. And it's
how long was he out for?
I think it's a couple of years. I think he's had quite a bit of time off.
See this long layoff that these guys are getting off? What's the deal with it?
Well,
Aye, June 2023 was his last fight before this.
long time.
2 years again? Like, that's like, I don't know. Are you serving something, saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
aye. Who knows?
But there was a point where he was on a tear, and he was like,
he was looking like he might be the guy.
aye, he was in the mix, and then I thought he looked all right. I thought he did well, but it's just,
Aye, he was good, just not good enough.
so it's one apiece. Do you need to see a third one?
No.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't
I
think
think
anyone wants to see
Roman
that.
moves on now and starts fighting people above him. I thought he was good, flashy, like entertaining. Spinning back elbows are cool. Good head kicks. Landed a couple of absolute fucking beauty head kicks. Full on like shin to the head of Marvin Vettori, and he ate them. I mean,
He's tough.
there's no doubt in Vettori's very, very tough. I thought he was good. And, Craig, you've even prepared for us. I would say 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗥'𝗗 Strickland.
I think that's
I like Strickland
going to match up as well. That's what I
Aye.
think is going to be next.
because I think he's the type of guy, Strickland likes that 1-2, teep down the middle. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗏 will get inside of that and start showing us something a bit more interesting.
What gym does 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗏 train at when he's in Vegas? Because I think that might be an issue. I think they maybe train together. Or is Marvin at that gym?
Yep, Extreme Couture, you're right.
Wow.
So the two of them train together.
So that's unlikely, eh?
So it's more than likely going to be Cannonier. Looking up.
Poor old Cannonier, mate. He can't get a fucking easy night at work, ever, can he? He has to just...
The other thing with 𝗟𝗟𝗔𝗧𝗏 is his grappling's superb, and he doesn't have to use it.
Aye.
I think he did try a takedown, but Marvin stuffed it. But very good grappling. I like his grappling.
The defensive wrestling for both of them was good, eh? There was no real give either way. Both guys were pretty...
I liked it was that back take he did.
Was this in the Jack Hermanson fight?
Hermanson.
And he's got him in like a calf slicer while also knocking fuck out of him at the same time.
It's beautiful, man. That kind of stuff is slick. As a jiu-jitsu guy watching
He's a
that.
very good grappler.
I mean, and he's no the ugliest looking guy, you know what I'm saying?
He's got that rugged look.
He's got that sort of
He
Paul
did,
Beardew look.
he did call you out when you first moved to middleweight.
Did he?
Middleweight.
Did he?
He was like,
That would be
it was something like, who better to welcome you to the division than your twin?
So I was sitting watching it on Sunday and my missus went, I thought that was Paul for a second there.
He did actually tweet saying something like,
Aye.
Daddy?
Oh well. Well, Roman.
My dad was actually cutting about Georgia at one point.
Aye.
Big Peter was cutting about Georgia, just laying out,
Just
laying track.
Well, I mean, when you're away, these things happen.
Dad, were you not in Georgia like 31 years ago? 36 years ago?
It's funny you say
I
that.
was, aye.
just chucking loads up people.
Did you watch any of the other fights?
I watched Ryan Spann.
I watched that
I
fight.
didn't watch Span actually.
He didn't look great, I didn't think.
He looked like he was on skates the full fight. He looked like he was getting, that boy was like, don't get me wrong, both of them are swinging heavy.
Is this his first heavyweight fight?
Yeah.
Aye.
He managed to make it out the first round, but it easily could have been stopped in that first round.
Really? Good refereeing or not?
The referee was there.
Well,
He was getting pinged about the cage, but there was a point where he was still in.
it's tough. Do you think, right? Do you think we should maybe see more stoppages on the feet? Like, or does somebody actually have to hit?
Like he's going for a hip toss there and just
fell
falls
on the
flat in his
floor.
face.
This was at the last 30 seconds.
There was a few moments like this as well. He just looked a bit sloppy.
Was this a spinning wheel kick? Aye. He threw a spinning wheel kick. I think the commentator says something along the lines of like he's swinging, but he has got a bit of extra weight on him to carry now, and I think it's going to take him a wee bit of time with that move. I don't think it's as simple as just moving up a weight class or moving down a weight class. You need to bed yourself in.
I agree.
And he's obviously got some sort of nerves he has to deal with because he's had it with quite a lot of his fights in the UFC as a light heavyweight. So I think he needs to kind of work on that stuff.
He did the religious awakening thing, eh? Found Jesus in church and...
Well, Jesus clearly doesn't like him because he's no helping him.
Well, you know...
He's got too many people to worry about.
Aye.
He's got all the Russians.
There's a lot of guys Jesus is out here trying to help. He can't help
Can't help
Can help them all.
Aye, so Ryan Spence had to have a
I watched
bad
one of
night.
the other fights. It was wee fellas. It was at Chow. It was Mr. Chow, I think his name was.
So long.
So
there he is,
Choi.
Choi.
Aye, Choi. Aye, I watched that one. Just because it was a quick knockout. Your man, if you can click on your Chow boy, I thought he looked good. He's really tall for that weight. Like, he's featherweight and he's like 6'1", is he? Can you get his...
Featherweight and he's 6'1".
I'm sure he is.
Wow. That's no word. You put in the search bar wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The card did also kick off with back-to-back women's MMA knockouts in the first round, which is
Usual.
unheard of.
Aye.
Did anybody watch it? 6 foot.
6 foot.
Wow.
So he's 6 foot. He lost, got knocked out. Excuse me, give me a second. But I thought he looked good. I thought he looked massive in the weight. But your man your Argentinian boy, what's his name?
Blachowicz.
Just was jacked, man. Did you watch this one, Craig? He was jacked.
The Argentinian beef is suspect.
Aye.
Has been
It was,
blamed.
that was the only one that was the only one I watched.
There was a lot of finishes on it. There was also back-to-back Kimura finishes on the main card as well, which is not a submission that you really see anymore,
No.
especially not in lower weight classes.
I was just going to say
What's
big guy submission.
Chiddy's second name?
Njukwani.
Njukwani? That's a name, man. That's a good American name.
It's not quite Damone Blackshear though, is it?
Nah, Damone. Damone
So
over here, man.
It's not Damon. It's Damone.
It's Damone. There's an apostrophe and everything.
Like Deshaun.
I guess so, right?
That Cody Gibson looks like a damn till, like off Wish.
He does.
And your man below him looks like who's the Brazilian boy that
Used to fuck everyone up with the submissions.
does the backflips and that?
Oh,
Michelle Pereira.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a bit of a Michelle Pereira.
mate,
But
he's so tall. I saw him at the PI. I couldn't believe how tall he was.
Aye. That's how you run down the UFC the weekend.
Nice. Good recap.
But this weekend coming, we've got the
UFC London.
We're back in the UK. Got a couple of runouts for the old UK boys.
So people kind of not saying nice things about it.
How?
Because of the change of the main event and what's going on with Sean Brady and no.
What's going on with Sean Brady?
Well, not because they're saying they're setting him up for a title fight after this,
Brady?
and it should be Buckley. You seen any of this stuff?
Well, Leon was on Ariel Helwani. He said that Buckley was offered to Leon as well. But I think he said that Buckley came back and said he wouldn't be able to make the weight in time. So I don't think that's a fair criticism then,
But
to say that they're pushing Brady if they did offer it to Buckley.
I saw Buckley saying that he thinks it's unfair and he should be getting, like, he's done more work. He's talking about, obviously, he's like fought Colby, and he's basically saying Brady's not done the body of work he's done, and he thinks that he should get a good one. And then,
well, maybe he will, but you can't say that. And I'm not saying he has turned the fight.
No,
I don't know, but if you can't play both sides, exactly, you can't moan about that.
absolutely,
But
he's a big unit. Like,
Is your man from your Georgian dude? Is he from All Stars? Can you click on him? See if you can get his. Sorry, I keep doing this.
𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗥,
I keep asking you, Philip. Can you do this? I'm sure I've trained with him.
the Viking.
Yep, All Stars.
Aye.
Oh.
I don't know if you know this, man, but my MMA knowledge is fucking brilliant.
You're for sure a well-travelled man.
I've definitely trained with him. When I say I've trained with him, I've trained in the same rooms and I've seen him train him. I think he's a bit of a beast.
This fight was only added a couple of weeks ago.
Was it?
Like, it wasn't even like a late notice. It was, they just added this fight out of the blue.
They're just like, fuck this.
Got a
throw
couple
that
of
on there.
boys ready to fight. We need a fight. Again, we're seeing a Brazilian. A lot of Brazil action.
I've trained with Lochner as well.
So Caelan Loughran, he's not had the greatest start to his UFC career.
No.
He's 1-2. He's fighting Nathan Fletcher. They have both fought before in the amateur scene in Cage Warriors, which Fletcher won. So he's hoping to
So
rectify
Fletcher's won
that.
both of them.
No, they've only fought once.
Oh, they've only fought once.
An amateur. So this is...
fought twice and this is the third.
So I like Loughran, eh? I like his walkouts. I like everything. I like
He's a bit intense, isn't he?
Aye.
And I don't know if he maybe uses too much energy.
He's got a very kind of... He's a strong wrestler, which is also quite fucking hard work. So... I don't know. I don't know enough about Fletcher.
Quite like a Shannon Bannon. Get herself some of that. Who's the girl she's fighting?
Late notice opponent.
So India?
The India, aye.
Is there any Indian fighters in the UFC?
There is one.
There is one.
Bad a few weeks ago, eh?
Aye, there is.
No got any who are doing really very well.
So do you think this is a gimme for her?
Well, you know, no one misses
Again,
with
she's also not had a great sort of start to her UFC career. I think she's 1-1 in the UFC. So again, hopefully it's a showcase for her. We've also got coming up next as Christian Leroy Duncan. I'm a fan of him.
Me too.
He's got very nice striking.
I hate the pictures when they do these super grey ones.
But is the grey not because it's a debut?
Yeah.
So when they're grey, they're debuts.
Is it?
It's like we don't have any good pictures of yours.
Oh, that's shit, man. I hate that.
Aye. But why should you be singled out for being a debut guy, do you think? You're a UFC guy now.
Well, maybe it's just like they don't have the proper pictures for them yet.
We're not going to waste money.
Aye, well, if
we're not going to waste millions of pounds of money getting a picture of you.
Send us your best picture.
And that's what he picked up. Surely they can put a tan on him or something. We spray tan before he gets it done.
I don't know. Maybe he is that pale.
Is your man Leroy Duncan, is that a gimme for this guy or what?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about his opponent.
Can you assume that with these debut guys now?
Russian guy as well.
The days of that are gone.
But Christian Leroy Duncan is a bit more of a striker, so if this guy is coming from Russia, then
there's a good chance he can do a bit of the rest.
Aye, most likely. So we'll see.
Shades of Adesanya, I see you think.
Yeah, just like? Very dynamic, good counter striker.
See ya. Craig's pick of the day.
Aye.
Craig's pick of the week.
Craig's pick of the week.
Is that a new segment?
Right. Oh, just kicking shit over. Oh, it's on you. It's on you. Hey, check this out. It's my man.
Yoda.
Should we ask should we just leave it? Like, who is this?
Let me have a look.
Right, this camera?
Do that one, middle one.
Which MMA fighter is this?
The shots might give it away.
I was going to say,
right.
Those shorts were pretty iconic, eh? I don't know who it is.
Christian Leroy Duncan it is.
So next up,
this is a bit of a strange one. You know, we've got number 8 playing number F playing. Jesus, Paul, man. Number 8 fighting number 13 in the heavyweight division, and you're putting them this far down the card.
Aye, that's a bit of a.
I think it's a cracking fight.
I was going to say, I was like, are you going to?
I think my boy.
Say something about the fight.
I think my boy, Mickey Parkin.
Look, that's a great opportunity for Mickey Parkin. Brilliant.
It launches him into the top 10.
Marcin Tybura is a very, very experienced. He fought on MSG, won with a cut stoppage. The boy, he inflicted a bad cut, did he know? Sorry, am I doing something wrong with my
I just not talking into it properly.
Has
he not got a nickname yet, Parkin? I know.
Biggie Smiles.
Biggie Smiles.
But who else doesn't he do the nickname? Tom Aspinall.
Aye.
So there this is maybe a thing.
We don't need nicknames.
We just are Mick Parkin.
I was going to say as well, Mick Parkin's probably in good standing considering the fact that Aspinall has also fought Tybura, but I don't think you can really use that as a game plan considering he fucking blew through him in the round. So there's probably not much that he can learn for that.
Mickey's, Tom's blew through everybody's fought.
I know.
Like, so that conversation would go like, right, Mickey, what you need to watch is...
Just do what I did.
I don't know.
But Mick's not that type of fighter. He's not like a 0 to 100 fighter. He's a measured, calculated style of fighter. He's happy to just go, I'll wait till I get my moment.
Slip shots.
He doesn't force his moment. He waits on his moment.
It's weird as well because I think was it his debut in the UFC, not Contender Series. Maybe it was Contender Series, but he got like a first round finish. And then fights against like Muhammad Usman. He is that more methodical and he's taking him to the full 15 minutes. So he has shown that he does have the ability to fucking blow through somebody in the first round. But
like just that fight camp where he's situated with all the guys. We think like KSW champ and Phil DeFries, UFC heavyweight champ and Aspinall, and then just all the other big
Other
units,
UFC,
man.
that Modestus is
They've
training with them.
just got all these big,
All the big lads,
what is it?
that Ben fucking...
Big Ben, you call him?
Aye, he's signed to, is it Aries?
It could be.
Aries,
I
how
think
do you
it's
say-
Aries. Is it, what is it, Pizzi calls them? The BFGs?
Team
Aye.
BFG.
Team BFG, but I don't think Parkin likes it. Aspinall likes it. But we're 100% behind Mickey Boy. I think he can get it done.
That's the thing about them, There's no, like, funny you say that, the BFGs, like, none of them are pure heels, None of them are, like, bad cunts. They're all just, like, the nicest guys you've
Baby
ever
faces.
met. Aye, they're all just, like, a team of very nice guys.
How's this featherweight bout go?
Flyweight.
Flyweight with Kavanagh and Dos Santos.
I like Kavanagh for it,
Aye.
So I'm right in saying that I seen him when he got the
Yes.
Dana White Contender Series.
The blue glove one.
And he absolutely fucking starts the boy. Absolute beast, man.
Aye. I came out the day after.
Kid's quick.
Aye. He's 8-0, 5 finishes. Again, very dynamic striker. So
Good on the mic.
And the top team with your man Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Brad Pickett. And who's their other guy that trains in there? I don't think he's on the card. Oh, what's his name? Dark-haired felly.
No, the boy got shot in the neck. Fucking hell, that's just went right out of my
No,
mind.
that's
We're hopping about here now.
I know.
And I'm
See, as soon as I see him, I'll be able to say, aye, that's him there. But
Nathaniel Wood.
Nathaniel Wood, that's it.
Aye.
I think you're talking about that Bada guy.
No. English guy.
Nathaniel Wood.
Mark
Aye.
Diakese as well, UFC, ex-UFC fighter.
Aye.
So he's got a good team round about him.
Aye. He's also a very big favourite. So
Aye.
Is he? Aye.
Get your dosh on that.
Oh, sorry.
we've got-
Minus 375.
Jai Herbert as well. He's just a staple in these
For a
UK cards now.
UK card.
Everybody forgets that he fucking dropped Topuria,
Nearly knocked him out.
Aye. Like, was unlucky not to win that fight. Clean fucking head kick dropped him.
What are people saying about the card? Are they liking the card?
I don't think.
I think it's maybe just the main event, but like if you actually look at it, it's a fucking great
it's a
card.
doozy
Like
of
it's
a
a
card.
strong card.
With all these get up and coming guys.
Absolutely. That's the thing, right? I like seeing a great established name, but I also love going. Remember, like you just did it there with like Mickey Parker. I was at that contender fight. Like you were in the corner at the contender fight. Same with Lenore Kavanagh. Like you were at that contender fight. They're good moments as well.
There's Nathaniel Wood.
Do you know
there.
what I mean? And then you've got Nathaniel Wood. I know.
Aye. So this is opening the main card. This is
Crank fight.
the people's main event.
Aye.
People think these boys are going to swing.
Nathaniel Wood does, mate. Even when he was in Cage Warriors, exciting fighter. Everybody likes him as well. Same
Next
sort.
one up's just one lonely Scottish guy in there. Chris Duncan. How'd you say his?
Oh.
Jordan
Vichenik.
Vichenik?
Vichenik, massive favourite.
I didn't know that either, actually.
I didn't know that.
I'm surprised at that.
This is going to be some fight, by the way. What you got?
Jordan Vichenik lost his UFC debut, but it was short notice. And he had a very impressive record before that. He has a win and a loss against Paul Hughes, which that win, if you look at where Paul Hughes is now, has aged very well. And he has also defeated Morgan Shaddy. But that was at featherweight in Cage Warriors, and he's moving up to lightweight, so
Aye. What's why the reason for the lightweight?
not sure. Maybe he's just
Just outgrew his weight
big.
class.
potentially,
Yeah,
aye.
he's big.
Aye. I think a lot of people are keen to see that Jordan, Like he was quite a big fan favourite at Cage Warriors. Chris Duncan, obviously, we back our own here.
Right. He obviously comes out swinging. But saying that, when I seen him in London 2 years ago, was that?
Aye. So on
He was
where,
very measured.
where Tom fought Tybura,
Ibura.
it was a much more
Controlled,
measured
aye.
approach, controlled, sensible, and he
Am I right in saying, did he break that guy's arm?
did.
And he never
I
went
think
for
he
the
won
kill?
all 3 rounds.
Aye, he didn't go for the kill, which is good.
I mean, there's a lot of people think that's as good a way to win a fight as any.
Mhm.
You know, I would do it if I could.
Guys, it's that time again. We're going to give you some information, and information is going to help you become a much better athlete if you're suffering from any injuries. Don't suffer in silence. There's a team out there who can help you, and their name is Anaconda. Ross, where can we get Anaconda?
You can get them at anaconda.fightwear.co. Go on there, save up to 50% on a load of their products now, including some rash guards, shorts, all sorts of things. Knee braces, ankle braces, and my favourite, the shoulder brace.
So my older brother, is suffering from some back pain now, and he's been using the Anaconda back support, and he says it's made a huge difference to him. He went to the doctors, and they've just prescribed him like paracetamol and like, oh, it'll be fine. So they've just been like covering up the issue rather than actually trying to fix it. Whereas he's actually getting through his day, being able to actually move about by using the back support. So back pain, knee pain, ankle pain, any sort of pain you've got in any sort of your limbs, Anaconda's get you covered. And they also offer next day shipping. And if you are a Patreon subscriber of the Leathered team, then you will get free next day shipping.
You can also put in Leathered10 at the checkout for 10% off. That's for everyone. You don't have to be a Patreon for that.
Listen, we're getting it for our families. It's good enough for us. It's good enough for high-level pro athletes. It's definitely good enough for you to jump back on the mats. Keep it Anaconda. It's Molly McCann. She's got a last-minute replacement. What, like days?
Yes, but it is not a gimme. This lassie's 11-1.
She's good.
I
Where did
hate,
she come for?
like, what team?
What promotion?
Contender, was it no? Is her last one no on
Aye,
Contender?
you're right. She's coming off a Contender Series win.
Good.
Because I saw this and I thought, oh,
Why? Like, here's the thing. Like, I like Molly McCann.
everybody does. Aye.
Shouldn't be in the main card. It should be Ty Burr
Hang
and
on.
Mick Park in here.
Oh,
I do agree with that.
well, aye.
But why are they protecting her?
Protecting McCann.
Why did they? Because our last opponent wasn't a.
She lost her last one, aye.
Are they just like, right, we need to keep her because
But I think
she's
it was
great,
quite a surprise. It was,
like she has a great addition to have in the UFC, but they don't do it with anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think so? She lost to Erin Blanchfield. Like Erin Blanchfield ran through her. Do you think the UFC's maybe been like, right?
But they don't do it with anybody
She's
else.
maybe not going to be a contender, but she's going to bring in a decent crowd in UK events.
But MD on that card will bring a decent. I don't think Molly McCann brings any more than MD else in there.
I get that, but
I think she's a great addition. She's a
maybe
great
this
addition.
is the end of it. With
She's
this,
a great addition to have on the UFC London card. But I just don't. The UFC are very kind to her.
that would be fair.
yeah.
That would be fair. They are.
I think she's great. I love her. I love the way she.
She's funny when
Cuts
she's
a
kicking a
promo,
boot
aye.
and stuff like that. Aye.
Great, but I just, as an MMA guy watching in, I'm like, what's going on? And as you're saying, Craig, I agree. It's probably not a main card fight. This, on the other hand, main card every day.
This fight is like, I think people forget this fight is on this card and it's flying under the radar.
I forgot Gunnar was back.
And Gunnar's doing some press and stuff. He's been going about doing a few interviews, but I don't know. It's just as like if people forgot Gunnar Nelson is good.
I forgot Gunnar Nelson was in the UFC.
He's another one like Jai Herbert that just kind of
He's always
goes into hibernation until it comes back to the UK and then he'll pop up.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
And then it's at welterweight for Holland as well. And I think he does better at that weight class because he can turn up as a middleweight and get absolutely done in.
What are we saying here? If Kevin Holland comes out and it's a similar performance to his last one, where he's
He's just cashing a check.
nonchalant. Well, I didn't want to say that. 'cause
I think you get cut if that happens.
I think there's a good chance, eh?
There is, but you can also say that he's always in sort of fun fights, even if he doesn't put on the greatest performance. And people like that, like, why wouldn't you keep them around? I'm excited.
Guys that turn up to fight
Aye.
and put on a show.
Because what I think is Gunnar's going to come out, there's going to be a small exchange of strikes, a clinch. Gunnar's going to take him down.
But Holland's got good jets as well, man.
I'm looking forward to the grappling this one. I think there could be some fun scrambles.
This is going to be a grappling heavy fight. I'm going to go with Gunnar by a submission.
You know, I think you could be right.
So I wonder. I like Kevin Holland, right? I like watching Kevin Holland. I've seen him be in some great fights. When he first appeared, I didn't like him. I listened to him on Joe Rogan and he was like, I didn't care if I win anyway. I'm in the UFC now, eh? And I was like, mate, there's guys out there who'd suck dick to be where you are. And you're just treating it like, who cares? Like, that's no... so I think we'll see. I'd like Kevin Holland to bring his A game for this one, but we know for whatever reason, I'm not judging the guy for it. He just doesn't always. If he doesn't bring his A game here, Gunnar will get him out of there quick. He's not going to show you any fucking mercy. He's not going to show you any respect once you touch gloves. He'll touch gloves and then Gunnar's coming, eh? So
you gunny.
We'll see.
Light heavyweight action next. We've got Blachowicz, who's been out for another couple of years. How many years? Would you say 2 years as well?
Aye,
he's not been out for 2 years.
He's not fought since he lost to Pereira.
Huh.
How unusual.
I know that is unusual.
Why would it be that amount of time?
Who are we just talking about there?
Marvin Vettori. Also in tremendous shape.
I don't know.
Shoulder again, mate.
Cynical guys.
Oh, my shoulder.
And he's fighting against Carlos Ulberg, who is probably the handsomest guy in that whole card.
He is good looking.
He's a fucking stud.
How old do you think is?
He's like 25, eh? He's young.
Think so?
Aye, mate. I think he's young, eh?
What do you think, Paul?
I thought he was a bit older. I thought he was like 30s, early 30s.
He's 34.
Fuck off, mate.
That
guy's 34. He's 2 years younger than me. Let me get a look at this guy.
That's who the chicks think about when you're drilling her.
Hey,
look at that jolly.
I know.
Well, this fight doesn't go well for him. He's got a career in modelling to look forward to.
Or he's got a career in OnlyFans with me paying for it. Good fight. I like Jan Blachowicz. I like Polish power.
I'm taking the Polish power, eh?
Are you?
Aye.
You just think Ulberg's not got the experience?
Yes. I think that's where Jan will outdo him. He'll go, I've seen this before.
He gets a knockout?
He might. Aye. It depends how Ulberg fights, I think.
I think if he rushes forward, Blachowicz will fucking ping him.
Jan will get him. But I think Ulberg will try and kind of, similar to how he fought Menefield, and he's going to go, right, let's just get this over and done with. Because it's a big stage, big jump up. Jan's a big name. But he's been in there with Pereira. He's been in there with Ankalaev. Like, arguably beat Ankalaev. I think he did. Went to decision with Pereira. Like, Jan doesn't get the respect he deserves in the light heavyweight division, I don't think.
Ulberg is coming off a good win against Ozdemir, though, which is an experienced guy who has been in there with, like,
Paul Craig,
Daniel Cormier. So he's been in there as well, and he's got eyes.
Remember, he just rattled to the tap. He was knocking everybody out.
You're saying Daniel Cormier, right? But when he fought Daniel Cormier, it wasn't close. I didn't think Ozdemir should have been in there with DC. Like, and do you remember the stuff DC was putting out? He was like, "Listen, I'll share your videos you're making about me because no one knows who you are." In that, like, that was quite good. But I don't think it's fair to compare Ozdemir going in with DC to the same as like Jan going in with Magomed Ankalaev and Pereira. I think that's different. I'm just smapping you.
No, I get you.
Definitely doesn't have the experience.
I do still think it is a good name to have on your resume for Carlos Ulberg.
Did Hino absolutely fuck him up? Big Kennedy?
Yeah.
And Chechu? Absolutely.
That was early on in his career, but you're right.
Jan had a bit of a stop-starty one, eh? At the beginning. Couple of losses at the start. I think he was like
champ as well?
Aye. I think he was like 2-4 at the beginning or something like that.
I think this is going to be a good fight.
Absolutely, definitely.
Jan Blachowicz doesn't really have shit fights. I mean, apart from the Ankalaev one.
I thought that was a good fight.
I don't think it was as bad as people make out.
Do you know what got me? Sorry, I'll let you finish and then.
I was just going to say, I think Dana White kind of put the narrative out there. Dana White was annoyed at ending a draw and the whole title situation was fucked. I think that pissed him off. So he just kind of said the fight was shit. The fight wasn't as bad as people think it was.
First 3 rounds were good, which was Jan kicking the shit out Magomed.
That low calf kick.
Beating him up, mate. It was beating him up. And everybody forgets that. Like, Jan has been in with, well, what the fucking rankings say are the 2 best guys. And he didn't look bad. Didn't he look bad? So, aye.
And then you get the main event, Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. I've not got a horse in this race.
No, you don't want to see Leon back in the title picture?
I do want to see him, but I'm like, there's nothing for me in it.
Do you know what's sad about Leon Edwards, mate? Is he never caught on. He never became
A superstar.
He should have been a fan
He should have been
favourite.
a superstar, aye.
He did the headshot bang thing, and it was probably one of the most viral clips we've ever seen in the UFC, and he's not done anything else. And I know it's hard, mate. I'm no sitting here being like, fucking dafty. I'm saying like, come on, where's the...
I think he's made a bit of change, so I just hope, I do want to see him becoming a champ again. I just think that division's a bit stacked.
It's tough out there, eh? Welterweight. Buckley's the guy.
You think so?
Aye, I do. I think Buckley's going to be...
You and fucking Greg, the two, he's jerking each other off to Buckley.
Over those gigantic pecs of his.
Nice guy as well, Buckley.
Aye, he's cool. Mate, he's interesting, and he fucking has arguments with DC online, and he brought out the Detroit self-defense guy, and he does all the interesting stuff, and that's why people become popular. Like,
that's why they catch.
Tell me about Leon Edwards. Can he really?
Who were you picking in this fight, Edwards or Brady?
I like Leon. Sean Brady's obviously very wrestling heavy, but see if you look at like everyone that Leon's fought, who's his last fight's been against? Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman, Bilal. He's faced high-level wrestlers, and he's done well against them. Even though he lost to Bilal, he done well against Bilal. The trilogy fight with Usman in London, I don't think it was close. I think Leon dominated that fight.
I think so as
the
well.
Colby fight, he fucking dominated Colby. He took both those guys down.
Yep.
Whether this is short notice or not, he knows how to deal with wrestlers.
I think so too.
So I think Leon gets it done.
You've been involved in a non-fault accident. Are you having to deal with all the nonsense of the insurance companies phoning up people, getting their phone calls? What about if you didn't have to do that? What if you didn't have to speak to MD regarding your insurance, and you had a team who would support you, your whole claim? Non-fault accident, you know where to go. Ross, give me the deets for Anna. For
G4 claims, it's 01698 767 172. You can also get them at notatfaultclaim.com. And like Paul said, if you don't want to talk to anyone, you can WhatsApp them on that number as well. They'll get back to you.
Link is in the bio. Don't deal with this yourself. Get somebody who knows what they're doing, and you'll get 100% your claim. Courtesy car, your whole claim. Also, if you have been involved in an accident and maybe you're not driving because you're a passenger in a taxi or in a bus, then you can still claim.
Will we lock in the leather picks for the Patreon Verdict League?
Will we give a wee giveaway for this as well?
Why not?
YouTube giveaway. We've got shit lying about here. Just
Find something.
find some shite.
Aye.
Shite. It's fucking all gold is what it is, boys. Aye,
Oh,
we'll have
heck.
a look. We've got posters, we've got...
Got all sorts of things.
So let's go, what we're going, main card?
Well, using it for the giveaway.
Aye.
For the... What we'll take is, we'll take Mickey Parkin's fight.
I was going to say, he's got to be in.
Will we take a Molly McCann fight?
Nah.
We'll not take a Molly McCann fight then. I've seen your face there, Craig. You're like, right, let's go. You want Kavanagh? Mickey Parkin, Kavanagh.
Right, let's make it interesting. Let's not do Kavanagh considering he's a huge favourite.
Right.
So why don't we do Mick Parkin,
Chris Duncan.
Chris Duncan. Got to do Chris Duncan, mate.
And
the main event?
you don't want any others?
We don't
Come
want
on,
to
let's have Jan in there, mate. He's 4.
Right, okay.
He's
Four
4.
out of 10.
He's
Right,
4.
so do we want method or just winner of those 4 fights?
Since it's 4, will we just do winner?
Right. So we want the winner of Mick Parkin, Marcin Tybura. We want the winner of Jordan Vicenik and Chris Duncan, Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg, and then the main event, Leon Edwards and Sean Brady. If you predict all 4 of them correctly, we'll give you something good.
We've got shite line about
You are
getting
in for
somebody else shite fair.
You are in for
Home.
a prize.
Aye, we've got loads of stuff lying about.
I'll bring up whatever we retroactively decide to give away. I'll bring it up in the episode so that people know it's going to be worthwhile and it's not just a piece of shit.
It's never a piece of shit.
When have we
are
ever-
leathered boys?
Aye.
Pick the 4 fights. Winner, don't need to know how they're going to get it done, but just pick the winner of the fights and we will send you some UFC memorabilia.
But feel free to throw in the method, just for bants.
Don't edit it because it's going to be on YouTube, yes. So it's going to be on YouTube. You cannot edit it because we
We'll
had a bit of an
disqualify
issue-
you.
had a bit of an issue with that before. Just pick winner And for the 4 fights we've just mentioned on the YouTube page, and you're going to get yourself some UFC gear. It's like going to be somewhere. Here. I'm going to say here.
Right, let's get our verdict picks in then.
How many do we, like for this, do we have to pick everybody?
Aye, you need to do every fight.
Every fight?
Aye.
I did verdict the other night and I just did the main event. I was having a busy night.
Well, you want to win, don't you?
Who?
Us?
I've already lost, I think.
Right, well, it's time to claw it back.
Right, okay.
So, and we kind of need to, we need to be unanimous in this, since it's just the Leathered podcast account.
Right.
So, you need to put your heads together here.
Craig, who would you pick?
Well, that's a bit, the odds are quite...
I'm going to go Georgian guy. Who? What's his name? Guram.
We go in decision finish.
Do we need to pick this as well?
Aye, you need to get specific. You need, if you want finish as well, you need to pick a round.
Fucking hell. He's going to out wrestle him and sub him.
In
one of the rounds. Round 3.
Right.
What do you think?
MMA fans are nerds, mate.
Aye, we are.
We're going a bit at England versus Ireland
Aye.
and Fletcher versus
If history tells us anything.
What are we going for? You want to pick this one?
Loughran. I'm going to go with him for decision. A decision win.
Shannon Bannon.
I'm going to take her for a first round KO, mate.
Are you?
No, I don't know about a KO.
Decision?
Aye.
Decision.
Decision. Shauna for the decision.
Well, we're going to go Leroy Duncan for the finish.
Aye.
Round 2. What do you think?
No odds.
Sounds good.
2 is good. Andre will be in it for the first one and then he'll fall
Mickey
away.
Parkin via decision.
Aye. That's a good bet.
Kavanagh versus knockout.
Kavanagh KO. Take second, I think.
Take second.
Flyweights.
Aye, go for
Let
it.
him put it on him for the first and then finish him in the second.
The Herbert.
Decision for Jai. Nathaniel Woods.
Who you going?
I'm going to go Nathaniel KO in the third.
Like it.
Chris Duncan decision. Because that's what I really think will happen.
Right. This one's going to...
This one's fucked now because before it was like Molly McCann win all day. Now it's like, oh no.
Right, if we're going to go for points, it has to be... We have to lean towards
Aye,
Alexa.
we want to win, don't we?
Alexa via submission.
Aye.
Round.
1. Gunnar.
Kevin Holland. I think Gunnar can get him out there in 1, mate.
Aye.
Gunnar sub in 1.
This one's tough as well.
Jan
KO.
Could KO him.
KO round 2.
Yep, I think that's doable.
Leon Edwards knockout.
Near the end, you think?
I think he'll do it quicker.
I think so.
Aye.
He said, and Leon did say if Bilal can knock him out, then so can I.
That's fair.
So,
What round 2?
Aye, all right.
2.
I'm in.
okay.
Do you get them all written down?
I'll watch it
You need
back.
to watch it back.
Anyway. But this means that you are locked in now, so we can't come back next week and use...
And be like, I said
Flip.
this.
Aye, exactly, because I'll come back with the
It
evidence.
was Craig Tobin, which is the winner.
Aye, he was top of the league.
Who did Craig say last week?
Right, well, I said it was a guy called Toby, right? Because his name on verdict
Oh,
is
was it you?
Toby, and then loads of numbers, and then he didn't have a profile picture. So,
Craig Tobin.
why would you think it's Craig Tobin and not somebody called Toby?
That verdict league is wild.
It
man.
makes sense. So Craig Tobin's winning. He is an MMA geek. He knows his shit.
Well, he knows his stuff.
Some guys are just obsessed, eh? Like, and that probably should be us.
What I would say though, it doesn't matter how obsessed you are, it's still going to be the most unpredictable sport in the world.
We should give him like a belt. The winner at the end of the year gets a belt, and every year you've got to like send it on to the next guy.
The champ of the verdict league.
Aye.
It's a tough thing to be judging. MMA is
Unpredictable.
So on that note, are we?
I hope we didn't get any unpredictables though. Like, I hope we didn't get anything shitty, like somebody gets their eye gouged to fucking can't continue, or like a shitey cut above an eye or something. I hope it just...
Well, next week we'll be talking about eye gouges.
Guaranteed.
On that note, we'll jump over. You want to do a wee dip of what we're going to talk about on the...
Well, see, be honest, I don't have that much for you, so
Right, fair
Oh.
I was just hoping
just
that
get
you have been up to some nonsense.
I don't even know what was up to the weekend. Non-MMA
been up
news. Astronaut's been stuck up for 9 months. I will talk about that.
Aye, there's not much, so
Guys, What's the point of paying? Just don't bother. None's coming next.
Come to the show.
Yep. Also, tickets are available, so
Aye.
check it. We will be breaking down we're breaking down London next week on our actual podcast, and then live show will just be some madness. Guys, keep it high. We'll see you next week, and definitely be high.
Goodbye.